In the dusty haze of a Montana sunset, where the endless plains whispered secrets to the wind, stood Eliza Thorne, a young widow of 25, her once vibrant spirit now shrouded in grief and self-doubt. Her husband, a hard-working rancher, had been taken by a sudden fever just 6 months prior, leaving her alone with a modest homestead that was slipping through her fingers like sand. Eliza's frame, softened by years of bearing the burdens of farm life and the quiet sorrows that followed, made her feel invisible in a world that prized youth and slenderness. With creditors knocking and winter's chill on the horizon, she had ridden into town, her worn dress clinging to her curves, seeking employment at the sprawling double-bar ranch. As she faced the ranch owner, a rugged cowboy named Jack Harlan, her voice trembled but held firm. "No one marries a fat widow, sir, but I can work." Jack Harlan was a man forged by the frontier, tall, weathered, with eyes that had seen stampedes and starlit nights. He wasn't one for flowery words, his life was measured in cattle drives and mended fences. But as Eliza spoke, he paused, his calloused hands resting on the corral gate. The town gossips had already painted her as a pitiable figure, a woman whose beauty had faded with hardship, unworthy of a second glance. Yet here she was, chin lifted, offering not her hand in marriage but her hands for labor. "What kind of work you thinkin'?" Jack asked, his voice gravelly, masking the curiosity stirring within him. Eliza straightened, recounting her skills, mending saddles, tending livestock, even baking bread that could sustain a crew through the harshest blizzards. She spoke of her late husband's ranch, how she'd shouldered the load when he fell ill, proving her worth in sweat and determination. But beneath her words lay a deeper ache, a silence born of rejection, where neighbors averted their eyes and suitors vanished like morning mist. As days turned to weeks, Jack hired her on trial, assigning her to the stables where the horses nickered in greeting. Eliza threw herself into the work, rising before dawn to muck stalls and groom the mustangs, her ample form moving with a grace that surprised even the roughest hands. The cowboys, a rowdy bunch accustomed to jests and tall tales around the campfire, initially kept their distance, whispering about the widow who ate her sorrows. But Eliza's quiet efficiency won them over. She fixed a broken wagon wheel with ingenuity, shared recipes that turned bland meals into feasts, and once calmed a spooked colt that had thrown 2 men. Yet, in the quiet evenings, as the stars blanketed the sky, Eliza retreated into her silence, haunted by memories of her husband and the cruel mirror of society's judgments. She wondered if this was her fate, to toil unseen, her heart a locked chest gathering dust. One crisp autumn morning, an unexpected storm rolled in from the Rockies, fierce and unforgiving. Lightning cracked the sky, and the herd pawed.